inductee tonight that will go into the Iowa Aviation Hall of Fame is Lowell Weir. Thomas Lowell Weir was born in Bedford, Iowa on July 31st, 1938 to Guy Thomas and Harriet Osborne Weir. He grew up on the family farm near Bedford and attended Forest Grove Country School. At 15, Lowell took his first flying lesson on Christmas Day. He had listened to a buddy rave for a week about his flying lesson and had to see what it was all about. This sparked a lifelong passion for aviation. After graduation from Bedford High School in 1956, he operated a custom combining service for a few years. During this time, he also became a flight instructor, a charter pilot, and served 7 years in the Air National Guard. Lowell attended crop dusting training in Mississippi in 1961, and for the next 2 years did crop dusting out of Honey Grove, Texas. Crop dusting took him to Minot, South Dakota, the summer of 1964, and he spent the following 3 summers crop dusting in Texas, North Dakota, and Shenandoah, Iowa. Lowell attended Drake University for 2 years before moving to Ames, where he graduated from Iowa State University in 1969 in engineering operations. Lowell served as chief flight instructor for Iowa State University and was also pilot for ISU flying administrators and Cyclone athletic teams around the nation. Lowell owned and operated Wings Over Iowa in Boone for 17 years. He was one of the early Grumman Aircraft dealers in Iowa and also a Cessna dealer. He was an early member of the Iowa Agricultural Aviation Association. Lowell worked for 3 years as engineer and corporate pilot for Quinn Wire and Iron in Boone. He moved to Des Moines in the late 1980s and became chief pilot, check airman, and director of operations at Elliott Aviation. At Elliott's, he flew the Beechcraft line of aircraft, including the Starship turboprop. Later, he began to do some pilot service on Beech jets. He eventually served as corporate pilot for Gordon Management and TMC in 2006. After that time, he traveled the country doing pilot service and King Air instruction for ATM. Lowell loved to give people their first aircraft ride. He was proud of his flying and cared deeply about his students, wanting to ensure that they had the correct information and proper practices for safe flying. He taught hundreds of people to fly and did thousands of check rides. Lowell Weir's ratings licenses included airline transport pilot, airplane single engine and multi-engine land, BE 300, BE 400, BE 2005, CE 500, MU 300. He was a CFI of aircraft single engine land and multi-engine land, and he had his instrument. He was also a FAA designated pilot examiner. He was member of the Commemorative Air Force and flew a T-28 to and in air shows. He had over 30,000 hours of flight time in 53 years of flying. Thomas Lowell Weir passed April 16, 2011. Would you like to come up and get the award?
everybody, and thanks for coming, making the time to do this. I want to especially thank the Aviation Museum here for all their hard work and sponsoring having this every year. Chris and Shirley do an awesome job. They are really good at communicating and putting people at ease and making things work smoothly. Congratulations to all the other inductees. It's a real honor and privilege for everybody. We're very proud of Lowell and all of his accomplishments, and I'm sure that he would be very, very pleased with this award today. And I had the privilege of flying with Lowell for many years in many different types of aircraft, so I got a lot of adventures. We have a lot of adventures that we share together. And stopping the beach jet with a flashlight was a fun time. Thank you.